Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a bunch of entertainment news for you today to round off the weekend into Monday. But before we get into that, actually, I have to thank my newest members of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Thank you so much to You Can Call Me Jay. Actually, I think that's You Can Call Me Joker, but it got cut off for some reason. Mr. Jay, Arjun Sadev, and Bryant Reed. Hopefully I said those names correctly, and feel free to correct me down in the comments down below, now that I will read them on the show. But thank you so much to the members and also the subscribers as well. And like I said, I was going to show you the prize for probably not this video, but maybe the next daily show. This is the prize that is randomly going out. So on the next, not this one, next video, I'm going to give you instructions on how to provide me information so I can send this to the lucky random winner. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of lights up. Yeah, it's DC. I was collecting a whole bunch of DC stuff. And this one is, of course, Christian Bale. I can't say it. I'm sorry. But yeah, that will be the prize since we've reached 150 members, which, well, thank you so much for doing that. All right, let's get on with the show. The first topic of the day is Meg 2, The Trench. Yeah, they made, I don't know if anybody remembered, but the other year, I think it was the other year, they made a movie called The Meg, and which was based on Steve Alten's book. Right, this is actually his actual Twitter account, and he follows me, kind of cool. But The Meg, author of The Meg, it was a great novel. Like I've read The Meg, The Trench, and I think it was Hell's Aquarium was the third one or something, one of those. But I've read quite a few of his novels. I mean, I love giant shark movies and stuff like that, but I do love his novel, The Loch. So I'm waiting on that movie because that's Loch Ness Monster, and I really want to see that movie. But The Meg, it came out. It was not what I expected. It was a lot more action-y adventure, as you know, of course, because it's Jason Statham, which was a weird, like, when I read The Meg, the main character, Jonas Taylor, he's supposed to be a marine biologist. And I had a few other choices in my head in terms of who would play him. Never in my life did I think that Jason Statham was going to be the main character. But you know what? The director was John Turteltaub, and he's mostly all about, you know, action adventure type movies. So I knew it wasn't like that. But as a movie called The Meg, and the book itself, it was pretty suspenseful and thrilling, but also it was like scary as well. The Meg, it didn't reach how I wanted to, but I thought it was a fun ride. It was a fun time, and I would not. It's pretty much a giant. It's pretty much Jaws with kaiju because it's a giant ass shark. So I don't know if you guys got to check it out, but they announced that they're going to make Meg 2, and it's going to be directed by Ben Wheatley. Of course, you know, Jason Statham returns. He's the main character, Jonas Taylor. But see, the book is called The Meg 2, Meg 2, The Trench, and it follows. There's a baby, right? Meg has a baby, and they follow the baby. And there's a little bit more involved with that because as a marine biologist, he wants to kind of protect the creature. Well, Jonas Taylor in the movie, he's a rescue diver. He pretty much wants to kill the creature. It's like he's all about killing the creature. So how is this going to change? I don't know. I'm thinking Li Bingbing may come back to return, and maybe she's the one that wants to protect the creature. I don't know, but it's going to be totally interesting how this turns out. And I'm wondering which way this will go with that. But Meg 2, The Trench, I think it's going to start shooting. Well, in October 2020 was the announcement that there was a Meg 2. And it looks like it may not even come out to like 2023. But just to let you know that that's still in the works. And, the author himself tweeted this out today. All right. The next topic of the day is in regards to Edgar Wright. There's a new adaptation of The Running Man. You guys remember The Running Man? the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Yeah. There is a new adaptation from Edgar right now. He's on board to direct this new film adaptation of Stephen King's sci-fi tale. The science fiction novel made by Stephen King, The Running Man, is for Paramount Pictures. Of course, King's book, which he wrote under the pen named Richard Bachman, concerns a game show in which contestants are pursued by killers. And it was previously adapted into that 1987 film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is still a fun movie if you get to pick it up one day and just revisit that. It's kind of a fun movie. And there's nothing more than that, but I'm curious on how this will translate to now, like a modern take of it. Of course, the effects and everything will probably be a whole lot better, like the visual effects and stuff. And I'm kind of ready to see a more dystopian world, even though that was dystopian. But like, imagine like Blade Runner looking or something. I would probably be looking forward to something like that. And who's going to be the main character? I don't know. But like all things with Arnold Schwarzenegger films, it's always going to be compared. It's like Total Recall. Colin Farrell was replacing, not replacing, but that was a reboot of Total Recall, and he played Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. Who's going to play him? Maybe Colin Farrell is going to play the Running Man. I don't know. But I thought that was interesting. But Edgar Wright's a fantastic director. I love all his work. And I can't wait to see what this is going to be about. All right, the next one is in regards to a Marvel movie, and this is the Eternals. Apparently, the Eternals action is going to be inspired by the Revenant. Yeah, so Chloe Zhao says that the action sequence in Eternals are inspired by the Revenant. This is what she had to say. Actually, there's actually a little bit more what she had to say over here. She says, well, there's multiple films for Eternals. I had to assign a few because of the scale of the film. But I think for the action sequences, which I just had such a great time working on with such a great team, I wanted to reference The Revenant a lot. The Revenant is a film that I love so much, and I think we've watched The Revenant so many times, every meeting when we can't come to our action sequences, because most of these sequences are shot on location. And I love how immersive and the way how you feel the dash and sequences in The Revenant. It's definitely a film that we aspire to, and Marvel really, really supported that idea and really went for it. Now, The Revenant is a little bit slower paced, but I get what you mean by being, I think what she's trying to say that it's like really being on the ground, right? At their point of view, one-shot takes, maybe big law one-shot takes. I don't know if that's how they're actually going to do this, but it's interesting that she said that, and that the action sequence are going to be inspired by that. But I've always wondered about these Marvel movies. It's so interesting when they come out. I mean, I'm glad this is about the action sequences, but remember when Captain Marvel came out, it says, oh, it's inspired, it's gonna be like Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Yeah, it didn't turn out that way. Infinity War, Josh Brolin or Marvel said that it's gonna be like The Godfather, and I'm like, I gotta say, Infinity War is probably one of the better movies, but it wasn't like The Godfather. So I'm wondering why they're always having to say that it's something else or something. So I'm intrigued by this, and let's see if this third time's a charm. Let's see when you watch Eternals, Marvel's Eternals, if it really, especially the action sequences here, if it really does feel like The Revenant, which is an Academy Award film. So, but we'll see if that actually is true this time around. All right, now this is the exciting part. I don't know if you're excited for this at all, but Army of the Dead released a poster. There's going to be a teaser this Thursday and the release date as well. This is exciting. Zack Snyder put this out. Survivors Take All, Army of the Dead on Netflix, May 21st. Teaser this Thursday. And here's the awesome poster here of a vault. This is, I think they're inside. This is outside the vault looking in, because that's the wheel, right? Or is this the inside of the vault? I have no idea. But definitely there's zombies and, bloody and everything, which is going to be rated R, definitely. So it's really exciting to see that. Here's a cool little look at the motion poster. Dice flying to the screen, dollar bills moving around. Survivors take all, Army of the Dead. That was the motion posters. Story by Zack Snyder. Screenplay by Zack Snyder, Shay Hayton, and Joby Harold. And also directed by Zack Snyder. A Zack Snyder film. It's definitely by Zack Snyder. I get it. It's definitely by Zack Snyder. So this is Army of the Dead. I'm excited. I can't wait to watch the teaser this Thursday. So that's something, I don't know when it's going to drop. But if it's in the morning, definitely going to be up for that. Do a reaction video on that. And May 21st. That's awesome. That's crazy, right? So next month we got Zack Snyder's Justice League. Then Godzilla versus Kong, of course. Got excited for that. And then we get Mortal Kombat in April, and then in May, Zack Snyder once again, Army of the Dead. Wow. And especially excited for this now because I wanted to watch Train to Busan for a long time because they were talking about they were going to make a new one, and so I went and watched it. I loved it. I don't know why it took me so long to watch that, but I loved it. Korean movies are freaking awesome. Space Sweeper, the one that came out on Netflix, is freaking awesome. You guys should check that out, Space Sweeper. And then I've also rewatched World War Z, and on my phone I got a couple of zombie games, and I'm just like feeling in the mood for like action zombie, not like Walking Dead type drama zombie. I'm like focused on either action zombie or fast-paced type stuff. I even watched Shaun of the Dead because I was going through that whole Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and it was like, I don't know. So maybe I'm just like mentally preparing myself for Army of the Dead. So I'm really excited to see what happens with this one, especially how it's going to be a little bit different in this genre. It's like a new take on the genre, which is something that, I think everybody should get excited about. It's always, you always see the same things over and over. But if someone has a new take on the genre, let's check it out. Yeah, why not? It's going to be pretty awesome. So looking forward to that. Teaser this Thursday. I cannot wait. All right. Well, speaking of Zack Snyder, Zack Snyder's Justice League has got a few more updates for you. So Zack Snyder's Justice League action figures. This came out thanks to Blue Soldier. The Zack Snyder's Justice League McFarlane Toys action figures arrives in July, according to this toy website. Also, the Dark Side Image is a fan-made placeholder, so don't freak out. But so you see it here, $19.99. I swear, a 7-inch action figure. Of course, there's no actual picture. It's just placeholders right now. 70-inch action figure, $20. And you see all the characters there. Aquaman, Batman, Cyborg, Darkseid, Steppenwolf, Flash. So, look at Darkseid is like $40, man. Damn. Steppenwolf is like $40, man. That's nuts. But yeah, so placeholder for that. Pre-order release is July 2021, which is like, really, wow. I was hoping this would come out a little bit earlier for it, but I guess it's okay. It's after the movie, but I'm kind of thinking all this marketing is just so not prepared. They weren't ready, or they delayed it. They're really making a huge thing about this, but it's kind of crazy, especially the comic book variant covers. It's like it was really last minute where they were able to get to release that, and so I'm like, why are they waiting last minute? This is such I still think it's Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is really, really trying to mess this thing up, man. I swear to God. But you know what? That's okay. Now it's going to be released worldwide. And then I got some theatrical releases for you, what I think is going to be theatrical releases. And this is coming from Suvam Alawat. And it says that, surprise, surprise, you go to PayTM movie tickets, upcoming movies, click on view all, search for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Maybe Justice League is coming to theaters in India. So if you are in India, I don't recognize PayTM. I have no idea what that is, but if you're in India, you probably know. But Zack Snyder's Justice League is there, coming soon. So it looks like Zack Snyder's Justice League will be coming to theaters in India as well. So that's awesome. Another one is this Jukes video. I don't know the verified, but they got about 1.4 million followers, so I guess they're pretty legit. The Justice League Snyder Cut will finally be released worldwide on March 18th, except in France, China, and Japan, where Warner favors a cinema release. Due to the media timeline, Warner has to wait 36 months before offering the film on SVOD for theatrical release. So it's possible that this movie will actually be, going to, what do you call it? It's actually going to be in theaters. So they're thinking that France, China, and Japan will have a theatrical release of Zack Snyder's Justice League. So that's pretty exciting. I'm really excited for everybody to get to watch it all together and share it all together. I think that would be pretty damn sweet. So, but we'll continue. Once more tweets come out, once more people find out how to be able to watch it in their country, I'll definitely share it on my show every time, just to make sure that everybody from around the world knows how, at least my part. Like, if you can find it on your own, that's awesome. But at least for me, I'm going to try to find a way to get that information to you guys and girls and let you know how you can watch Zack Snyder's Justice League in your country once I get more updated information as the days go by and as we get closer and closer to March 18th. So that's awesome. All right. Let's get on to the Ping Pong Flix members' comments and questions now. All right. So like I said, if you want me to read your comment or question on the show, please join down as a member down below. And then, of course, put down a comment or question. All right. So the first comment is from Shane S. Alman. It looks like he's got 4 comments there. My only issues with Supergirl are the timing is fishy, almost like a threatened Walter Hamad and got into Annie's ear. Also, I still hope we get Kara as a teenager for once. Yeah, so I don't know if she's going to be Kara, she's going to be what, but I actually kind of hoping she's Kara, because then that means she'll get to have more movies for her sake, for her career. I would hope that she get more movies out of this. Whatever Warner Brother wants to do, Zack still won the day yesterday. Yeah, he did. Absolutely. I do not get that thing with the hair color. She's an alien. She looks like the people she crashed in amongst. Yeah, I don't understand the hair color also as well. But, people have issues. And it's more like purists, I think. People want to see that version of the comic on screen like how it looks like in the comics. So I had an issue with Barry Allen not being blonde, but I'm a comic fan first. Minor thing, really. I've always wanted a Batman Beyond with Keaton, not Batgirl Beyond. Do not shit on the series. I adore Warner Brothers. Terry, or don't do it at all. I personally want Timothy Chalamet as I can't say his name, as Terry, him, or Finn Wolfhard. I don't know who Finn Wolfhard is, but Timothy Chalamet, yeah, I could totally see him as maybe a Terry. That's a pretty good one. Entertainment. What if? I mean, imagine we actually see Grail, played by Sophia Boutella in the Zack Snyder's Justice League, and Zack was able to hide the info the whole time. There was that picture. You all remember? Yeah, there was a picture, and it could have been just a dinner. Maybe they ran into Sophia Boutella. I don't know, but I wouldn't put past Zack to completely throw in something surprising that no one knows of, that no one even knew, because he's that good at pretty much most secrets anyway, and throw it in the movie, right? So if she shows up, I wouldn't be surprised at all, but I'd be pretty still stoked and freaking out at the same time. I reckon Jafar from Aladdin would make a badass Vandal Savage. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Always Never. I need the DC directors to stop using Williams' score for Superman. Shit. That is not the theme for this universe's Cal. One thing I loved about other versions of Clark Cal on the small screen is they all got their own theme. Christopher Reeve has his to himself. And I agree. I mean, that really belongs to Christopher Reeve. And I don't know. You think it's like some kind of, like when you play up a certain, like you type in Superman song because he wanted to just play a Superman song and he just chose the first one. You think it was like that or something, or was that all planned out? I feel like he didn't have time to actually turn on the music in the background, and he had that after the fact, or someone added it and gave it to Andy to put it out. I don't know, but it definitely is kind of you know, it's just a song, so I don't worry too much about it. But then again, if they put it in the movie, then I'm like, well, what are you trying to say there? Just like Shazam, you know, Dave F. Sandberg, he just chose that song because it's something that everybody can recognize as Superman. And I guess now he kind of thought, you know, maybe I shouldn't have done that because now I'm getting all this heat for using John Williams' score for, you know, Henry Cavill's Superman. I too would be emotional and crying, jumping in joy even if I'm offered to play a superhero and get paid in millions. It would be nice if she joined SNYDER'S, but I don't have much hope with Toby and Walter and Helm. Yeah, I don't think she's the Supergirl in the SNYDER'S. I would be surprised and shocked if she was, but if she's not, I also wouldn't be surprised and shocked. That's the same thing. Well. Kal-El of Krypton. She seems fine as a Supergirl. What doesn't seem fine is the timing of the announcement. Felt like it was done to take away from Zack Snyder's Justice League, and The Flash is Hamada's baby to reset the DCEU, so don't trust anything from them. I'm happy for her, but I'm not boosting or promoting this movie or any news from Warner Brothers about it. The idea of replacing Henry Cavill with a Supergirl sounds horrible. If they do that, it will be war, period. Great to see the casting for a live-action Ezra Bridger. Now we have Ahsoka, we have Ezra, and we're going to get Thrawn. I'm hoping for Michael Fassbender or Pierce Brosnan, but who will be Sabine? I don't know. You know, Michael Fassbender, yeah, he's got the chin, the cheekbones. I would say, yeah, that's a good fast casting, man. That's awesome. Okay, let's close this. The interesting thing about Sasha as Kara, with her natural dark hair, along with her general look, as others have noted, her being a relative of Henry Cavill's Clark fits very well. As for whether she fits the Snyderverse, to me, depends on whether or not Zack's already cast somebody and has Kara in JL1. As for her youth, which some people have taken issue with, she's too young to be in the Snyderverse, Kara. Going with the idea that Kara was on Earth centuries ago, prequel comic, but was captured and made into an immortal fury by Darkseid. The only question, therefore, is how old she was when she was captured. Yeah, I got that part. Like, it doesn't matter how old, really. I think she could be young. And, you know, and that's the thing, right? When she went through, you know, she came in and, you know, Kal-El is already older and everything like that, so it all depends. But the thing about dark hair color, I don't think that, you know, it doesn't really matter. Because, you know, cousins, they can have different hair colors, just depends on the parents and the father side of the family. So it really, it doesn't really matter to me, but it also doesn't matter if, you know, they cast a person who is brunette. I don't know. The official DC Comics France account tweeted when the trailer was released that it would release there on April 22nd. Oh, really? The trailer was released that it would release there on April 20th. Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. And I think I even put that on one of the show that it would release on April 22nd. So I'm not sure if that was still held up or not, or because that was before. I think that was before the worldwide release. So I'm wondering if they pushed it up or not. So let's continue to wait about that. I think in the case of Kiersey Clemens, they are waiting to see how she gets received in Zack Snyder's Justice League before announcing the casting. I hope this kind of thing could extend to Ray Fisher, because we know in the case of Civil War, it was a last-minute decision to get Holland Spider-Man in on the project. Of course, that all depends on the stuff with Hamada and the Justice League investigation, so it's tough to say. Regardless, I'm very happy for the actress Sasha Calle. I think it was really sweet and wholesome way to reveal she gets to play this character on Muschietti's side of things. Hopefully, the composer for this movie can take some inspiration from Zimmer's theme and put a spin on it to fit for Supergirl. I never thought about that. What would Supergirl's theme be? That's another characteristic that we haven't thought of. But then again, who's gonna score Andy Muschietti's The Flash? Please not Danny Elfman. Please not Danny Elfman. Okay. Please not Danny Elfman. Amparo, I'm not supporting any Hamada movie, certainly not this one after they fired Ray Fisher. The movie's starting to look a lot like Justice League. There is a lot of people saying that they're not going to support it, they're not going to do this, and there's just a lot of bad jujus over this project right now. So if they were smart, I think they'd clear that up before they even, you know, maybe even start shooting. You know, just clear it out of the air. That way, you know, do whatever needs to be done. Walter Hamada apologize or whatever. I don't know. Whatever needs to be done. Get Cyborg back in there. and then, you know, just do it. You know, stop with this ego shit. You know, aloha, Chris. I'm extremely happy for Sasha Calle to be cast as Supergirl. Her reaction was precious, but I have mixed feelings about it since Walter Hamada disciples of deceit are connected to it. I love Man of Steel so much, maybe because I'm an immigrant and the story really resonates with me. It resonates with a lot of people as well, immigrants and such, or not, or trying to belong, I would say. So yeah, I know it was a difficult question. I was thinking, should I do a both option? And I decided not to. I decided to make it hard, and I did it on purpose because if I put both, a lot of people are just going to put both. But I really wanted to know if down in the depths of your heart, which movie would you pick? I can tell you now, I picked Batman v Superman, so I'm putting that out. So, but I like to see what came up, and you know what? A lot of people picked. Let me see if I can pull it up, the post here. So it looks like Batman v Superman is 62%. Man of Steel is 38%. I know a lot of people said both. Don't do this. Can't have Man of Steel. I know, I get it. But I intentionally made it hard. Sorry. And that's so Batman v Superman. Most people chose Batman v Superman, and probably because Ben Affleck was Batman in there, and also, you know, Wonder Woman was also in there, so it was kind of a hard decision. But I've always heard, you know, a lot of people are like, Man of Steel, still Man of Steel, but that's why I had to know. I had to know based on the people in my, and you know what? I think this went out public too. So whoever voted on that, thank you for voting. It's an eye opener indeed, but it's still going to be up. So I'm wondering if any more people are going to see that. Geek Haven Jan 86. I don't think Train to Busan will necessarily be a remake, but more of the American version, just like many popular Asian horror movies have been done, like The Grudge, The Ring, Dark Water, etc. Something tells me Supergirl will not be in Zack Snyder's Justice League, since to my knowledge anyway, Zack Snyder is directly involved with the Flash film. I still do think we may see Grail, however. Now that the BVS IMAX release date is announced, I'm giving my Ultimate Edition Blu-ray to my dad since he only has the DVD theatrical cut to make room on my shelf. Killing two birds with one stone. Now waiting for the official Man of Steel IMAX announcement. I know I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again regarding the mother box. If there's any way I can help you get a hold of that for saying an unboxing video or whatever, please feel free to hit me up in my DMs. I would be happy and honored to help you do that. Oh, cool. I too got pissed and disappointed when Danny Elfman suggested that Batman only has one theme, and it happening to be his. I've been a fan of him my whole life, but that just really turned me off big time. Not only was there Hans Zimmer, but don't get Elliot Goldenthal from the Schumacher films. Regardless of how people feel about those films, that theme is still pretty epic. And let's not forget the OG 60s theme. I would argue that there are more memorable themes in the MCU besides the Avengers. Some examples would be Captain America, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. If you get a chance, Chris, check your DM's IG. I sent you something I think you would be pretty damn funny. Oh, okay, I'll check out the DM. Thank you very much. Now I'm wondering, you know, I was looking into the Wonderland thing. I hope it holds up when it ships over in terms of the food. But I'll definitely reach out to you. Thanks. John Gates, the thing is, Fast and Bandersnatch are too young for Bet to have spent all my life wanting to work with them. Oh, okay, I know. McKellen, on the other hand, being older, would be old enough to fit. Elfman misspoke. He meant to say that Danny Elfman, only knows one song. Oh, shit. Regarding my missing comments, I lit up a Last Jedi hater and called out people who were offended about the Constantine casting call, and both comments are gone. If this was Facebook, I'd say that got zucked. What do you call it with Google bots do it? I don't know. I didn't even see that. Did you swear in it? Sometimes when you swear in it, it like automatically deletes or something, I think. BVS 100%. Superman says BVS was great. Superman said BVS was great, but Man of Steel with that intro, fight scenes, music, and tone, I left that theater in shock and came back to watch it over again over half a dozen times. Wow. It changes constantly. At this moment, it's Man of Steel. Why? I can't decide. Intentionally, I did that. I'm sorry, but not sorry at the same time. Are those hands, Hamada and Emmerich, trying to get to the Snyder Cut? Yeah. Smash the door. Smash it. Don't let them in. Brandon Hall was thinking of something and been meaning to ask if you may have caught the same thing. The moment of the Joker reveal in the trailer for Justice League, did you notice the slight lips when Jared Leto said the words society, distant, and it isn't? Couple that with the fact he doesn't have the signature grill he sports in Suicide Squad and the shadowing around his mouth, not to mention the distraction of the makeup, I'm thinking he doesn't have his front two teeth as hinted by David Ayer when he suggested that Joker had the grill because Batman knocked his teeth out. If my theory is correct, that's an incredible detail to incorporate and brilliant yet subtle nod to the continuity of his previous portrayal. Anyway, I was just curious if you've noticed that at all, or perhaps I just find details spurned from wishful thinking. LOL. Much love, man. As always, take care. I noticed the way he talks was a little bit different. It's a little bit deeper, especially when he goes, Batman. You know, it's like, wow. You know, and it sounded like very hoarse, you know, so I really liked that. I really thought that was like, that's creepy, man. That's awesome and creepy at the same time. Now, I thought when you look at his teeth, there was some shine in this, wasn't there? Or was I not paying attention? But I'm intrigued by that. I got to see more, though. I will definitely see more to see, you know, definitely how different or similar he is to his previous iteration of the Joker. Mario and Bendicion. What's up, Chris? How you think Robin Kelly's story changes from BVS timeline to the current timeline in Justice League? I don't know how it would change because, like, we don't actually know who's Carrie Kelly. We think, like, we assume because that's like a female, and you know what, there's always girl rebels. It doesn't have to be just Carrie Kelly, but you know, I felt like she seemed important in that movie in BVS, and Zack Snyder has never really answered who she was, if she was anything at all, in the Nightmare timeline. So who knows? She could be Carrie Kelly, but if she's not Carrie Kelly, I wonder who Carrie Kelly is. You know, I've always wondered, like, well, who would that be exactly? And have we seen her? Is she the one that, you know, helps Lois Lane about the bullet? That was like my one thing, is like, really? Like, I would have used Jenna Malone for more. She's kind of a cool, you know, actress. I think she'd be a pretty, you know, a good one to keep on for continuing stuff. So maybe that's his version of Carrie. I don't know, you know, so I don't know who that, and that's her name. That's not her name, by the way. So yeah, I get it. But I'm like, wow, wouldn't it be cool? Jenna Malone, that was like a wig she had on and she changed her name or something. And you know, she's actually somebody else, like how General Swanwick is actually Marsh Manhunter. You know, I don't know, but I would love to see Jenna Malone continue on in some sort of fashion. Maybe she's one of the rebels or something like that. But that would be kind of cool to see that. But Carrie Kelly, I have no idea who's Carrie Kelly, and it could be the one from the Nightmare scene. All right, well, that is it. That's all the comments and questions for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time. Bye.